Hello dear students, in previous class we have discussed about the simple interest and the compound interest, and we have derived the formula for simple interest and how to find the compound interest using the simple interest formula. This topic was explained in previous class. Okay, into today we'll solve the problems from the exercise 2.1. So that is based on finding the compound interest using simple interest formula. You have to find the compound interest, but you have to use only the simple interest formula. So the simple interest formula that I have already told, simple interest equals to principal into rate of interest into time upon 100, that is PR, in short PRT upon 100. So now come to the question number 1. So read the question number 1. It is told that find the amount and the compound interest 1 rupees 8,000 at 5% per annum for 2 years. Okay, so for 2 years you have to find, and I told you that in case of finding compound interest by simple interest formula, you have to separate the years. For first year you will find first, then for second year if it is told, then it for third year, then fourth year, separately you have to find. Okay, so what we will do, for first year you will find first. Given that for first year principal is 8,000, rate of interest is 5% per annum. Okay, and time is 1 year. Why 1 year? It is told that for 2 years you have to find, but we are finding for first year separately and for second year separately. So if you add them, then it will be for 2 years. So for 1 year means for first year we are finding. So interest will be PRT upon 100, that is equals to rupees 8,000 plus 5 into 1, that is, these are given, and by 100, so it will be 400. So 400 is the interest that is of first year. Now I told you, in case of compound interest, this interest will be added to the principal of first year, and this will be the principal of second year. So amount after 1 year, amount after 1 year means the principal plus the interest, that will be the amount equals to principal plus interest. So this is the amount after first year, that is 1 year, and this will become the principal for the second year. So principal for the second year is rupees 8,400, because I told you that the principal for the second year will be the amount at the end of first year, means the principal plus the interest. So now this is the principal for second year. So interest for the second year will be what? Interest for the second year is, this is the principal, so 8,400, and rate of interest is same, so that is 5, and for second year means for only 1 year, that is for second year, and divide by 100, so it is 420. So hence the amount and the compound interest for 2 years, amount will be what? Amount 8,400, that was the principal for the second year, and this principal will be added to this interest. So principal plus interest, that will be the amount. So 8,400 plus 420, that is equals to 8,820 rupees. This is the amount after 2 years, and after 2 years interest will be, this is first year interest and this is second year interest, so add them, so you will get the result, that is rupees 820. So in this way you will solve the problem. That is question number 1. Now come to question number 2. Read the question very carefully. A man invests rupees 46,875 at 4% per annum compound interest for 3 years. So here principal is rupees 46,875 and rate of interest is 4% per annum, and the time that is given for 3 years. Okay, so 3 years means in separate 3 years you will find the interest. So first question that is given, that the interest for the first year, so you have to calculate the interest for the first year. So what the given thing, given that principal equals to 46,875, rate of interest is 4%, time is 3 years. So for first year you have to find, for first question, and in your book it is given that for calculate the interest for the first year. So principal for the first year is this one, okay, and rate of interest and time will be 1 year. So interest for the first year is P into R into T upon 100. principal is 46,875, rate of interest 4%, and for first year, that's why time will be 1. So divide by 100. So this is the result, rupees 1,875. So this is the interest for the first year. Okay, next question, it is told that the amount standing to his credit at the end of second year. So at the end of second year, you have to find the amount. So amount after 1 year, amount after 1 year will be principal plus the interest. So amount after 1 year or principal for the second year, both are same thing. Amount after first year, that will become the principal for the second year. So that is, two things are same. So that will be 46,875, and this interest will be added. So it will be rupees 48,750. Now interest for the second year, so PRT upon 100. Now this is the principal for second year, so 46,750, and rate of interest is same, that is 4%, and for second year means, that's why we are writing 1 dividing by 100. So this is 1,950. So this is the interest for the second year, and this is the principal for the second year. These two will be added, so you will get the amount at the end of second year. So the amount standing to his credit at the end of second year, that is equals to rupees 48,750, and this interest will be added, so it will be 50,700. Okay, now third part, it is told that the interest for the third year, you have to calculate the interest for the third year. Okay, so this is the amount at the end of second year, so this will become the principal for the third year. So principal for the third year is 50,700. Okay, next, so now directly you can calculate the interest. So the interest for the third year, that is equals to 50,700, that is the amount at the end of second year, means principal for the third year. Rate of interest is 4, and this is for third year, means this will be time is 1 year. So divide by 100. So 2028. So this is the interest for the third year. Now come to the next question, that is question number 3. In question number 3, it is told that calculate the compound interest for the second year on rupees 8,000 invested for 3 years at 10% per annum. Also find the sum due at the end of third year. Okay, so first of all, the given things are principal 8,000, rate of interest 10%, time is given 3 years. Now separately for 3 years you will find, for first year first, then second year, third year. So principal for the first year, that is 8,000. So interest for the first year, PRT upon 100, that is 8,000. R is given here 10, and time is 1, because for only first year we are finding. So this is the interest after first year. So amount after first year means 1 year, that is 8,000 plus 800, that is 8,800, and this amount will become the principal for the second year. So principal for the second year is 8,800. Now interest for the second year, that is equals to PRT upon 100, and so P is now 8,800, R is 10, when time is 1, divide by 100. So this is equals to rupees 8,800. Okay, so this is the interest for second year, this is the interest for first year. Okay, now amount after, so first part is done, the compound interest for the second year. So second year 8,000, sorry, only 880 rupees. Now come to the next part, that is given that also find the sum due at the end of third year, means at the end of third year you have to find the amount. So amount after 2 years, that is 8,800, and this interest will be added, so this will be the amount, that is rupees 9,680. And principal for the third year, so that will be the principal for the third year, that is 9,680, because amount at the end of second year, that will be the principal for the third year. So principal for the third year was 9,680. So interest for the third year will be PRT upon 100. So P10 is the rate of interest, was 1. So 968 is the interest of the third year only. But you have to find the sum at the end of third year. So that will be equals to this interest plus this principal. So 9,680 plus 968, that will be equals to rupees 10,648. So this is the amount at the end of third year, or you can say that this is the sum due at the end of third year. Now come to question number 4. Ramesh invests rupees 12,800 for 3 years at the rate of 10% per annum compound interest. Find the sum due to Ramesh at the end of the first year, the interest earns for the second year, the total amount due at him at the end of 3 years. So this is the question. This question is very easy, just like previous problems. You can solve this one by yourself. So try to solve this one at home by yourself. You can see the previous solutions. It will help you to solve question number 4. Next is question number 5. So in question number 5, read the question very carefully. It is given that the simple interest on a sum of money for 2 years at 12% per annum is 1,380. Find the sum of money and the compound interest on this sum for 1 year payable half yearly at the same rate. Okay, what are the given thing? The given things are simple interest. Simple interest are given that the simple interest is rupees 1,380 and rate of interest is 12% per annum and time is given 2 years. Okay, what you have to find in first part? I am doing the first part. Okay, in first part the question is the sum of money. The sum of money means the value of P you have to find. So let the sum of money be P, rupees P. Okay, we know the simple interest formula, that is simple interest equals to P into R into T upon 100. Okay, this is the simple interest formula. In this formula, what are the given things? Simple interest is given 1,380, P that you have to calculate, R given, that is rate of interest 12%, T is given 2 years, okay, upon 100. Okay, now simplify this. By 4 you can cancel out, so 4 25 is 100 and 4 3 is 12. So this is 6P upon 25. Now do the cross multiplication. Okay, so 6 upon 25 is multiplied with P, so in left side it will be multiplied by its reciprocal. Okay, so P equals to 1380 multiplied by, here multiplied by 6 upon 25, so in left side it will be multiplied by 25 upon 6. Okay, just with its reciprocal. So P is equals to 230 into 25, that is 5,750, that is P. So P that we have assumed that sum of money, so hence the sum of money is 5,750. This is the first part. Okay, now come to the second part. Here, how do you have to find? You have to find the compound interest on this sum. This is the sum. On this sum you have to find the compound interest for 1 year payable half yearly. Okay, now compound interest, second part. Principal for first 6 months, because the interest is payable half yearly and for 1 year. After half yearly means after 6 months the interest will be credited, and for 1 year means how many times the interest will be credited? 2 times. For 1 year 6 months and 6 months. After 6 months and after next 6 months the interest will be credited. So for first 6 months we are calculating, because after 6 months the interest will be credited, because it is given that interest is payable half yearly. Half yearly means half of a year. Half of a year means 6 months. So principal for the first 6 months that you have calculated, the value of P, that is rupees 5,750. Rate of interest, that is equals to 6% per half yearly. Why 6%? It was given that rate of interest is 12% per annum. 12% per annum means 12% when yearly. So when we will calculate the interest for half yearly, so rate of interest will be half of that. Okay, so 12% will become 6% per half yearly, because it was 12% per annum. 12% per annum means 6% per half yearly. Okay, now interest for the first 6 months. Interest PRT upon 100, P, this is the value that you have calculated in first part. R, the rate of interest is 6% now, and time is 1 here. You can say that, you can ask that why 1? We are calculating the interest for 6 months, but N is year, T means not the years always. T means how many times the interest is credited to your account with the principal, how many times. So for 6 months, after 6 months only one time the interest will be credited, so that's why T is 1. Okay, if it was told that for 1 year half yearly and for 1 year, so here it will be 2, because in 1 year with half yearly rate of interest the interest will be credited 2 times, and for first 6 months interest will be credited 1 time, that's why here it is 1. Now simplify this, you will get 345. So this is the interest for first 6 months. Okay, so this interest will be added to the previous year principal and it will become the amount. Okay, so amount after first 6 months, that is 5750 plus 345, that is 6095. Okay, principal for the last 6 months, and this amount will become the principal for the next 6 months. So principal for the last 6 months, that is 6095. So interest for the last 6 months, principal PRT, and here for last 6 months means for last 6 months only one time the interest will be credited, that's why here it is 1. After simplifying we have got 365.70. Hence the compound interest on the sum for 1 year payable half yearly at the same rate. This was the interest for first 6 months, this was the interest for last 6 months. If you add them you will get the answer, that is 710.70 rupees. So this is the interest for the principal for 1 year payable half yearly. Next is question number 6. So read the question number 6 very carefully. A person invests rupees 10,000 for 2 years at a certain rate of interest compounded annually. At the end of 1 year, the sum amounts to 11,200. Calculate the rate of interest per annum, the amount at the end of second year. Okay, so the given things are, principal is given here, given that the money invested, that is 10,000, time period of the investment is 2 years, for 2 years the money is invested, and amount after 1 year is given 11,200. Okay, what you have to find? You have to find the rate of interest. Okay, now see this. Principal for the first year, that is 10,000, and interest for the first year, that is, and rate of interest we have assumed, because that you have to calculate rate of interest, we have assumed R percent. Okay, so interest for the first year, P into R into T, P is given 10,000, R that you have assumed, and for 1 year, that's why this is 1. Okay, divide by 100. After simplifying we have got 100 R. So amount after 1 year will be principal plus the interest. So principal plus interest, this is the amount after 1 year, but amount after 1 year that is given, that is 11,200. So this amount will be equals to 11,200. According to the question, the amount is equals to this one. So 100 R in left hand side we have taken in this and right hand side. So 100 R equals to 1200, R equals to 1200 upon 100, so R equals to 12. So hence the rate of interest per annum, that is equals to 12% per annum. Okay, next part. How do you have to calculate? The amount at the end of second year. Amount at the end of second year. Okay, principal for the second year. So this was the amount at the end of first year. So this will become, this was the amount after 1 year. So this will become the principal for the second year. So principal for the second year is 11,200. Interest for the second year is 11,200 multiplied by R is 12%, that you have calculated. So 12 multiplied by 1 divided by 100. So that is equals to rupees 1344. This is the interest for the second year. So hence the amount at the end of second year, this amount will be principal plus the interest. Principal for the second year and principal interest for the second year, that will be added to get the amount at the end of second year, that is 12,544. Now come to question number 7. Okay, read the question number 7. Mr. Lalit invested rupees 5,000 at a certain rate of interest compounded annually for 2 years. At the end of first year it amounts to rupees 5325. Calculate the rate of interest, the amount at the end of second year to the nearest rupee. This question is same as it is question number 6. You can compare the question that is similar. After 1 year amount is given here, you have to find rate of interest, then you have to find the amount at the end of second year, same as question number 6. So this question you will solve at home by yourself. See, this r we have calculated, then after calculating r we have calculated the interest. This interest will be added to the principal of for the second year, then that will be the amount at the end of second year, and you have to write the answer to the nearest rupee. It means the fraction will be avoided. Okay, you have to avoid the fraction, only you have to write the answer in rupee. That is the answer will be rupees 5671.125. so this 125, that fractional part will avoid, so the answer will be 5671. Okay, now next question. Next is question number 8. Read the question number 8. A man invests rupees 5000 for 3 years at a certain rate of interest compounded annually. At the end of 1 year it amounts to 5600. Calculate the rate of interest, the interest accrued in the second year, the amount at the end of third year. This question also same as question number 6, but only here you have to find for 3 years. First part is just same, second part is also same, third part, that is the amount at the end of third year. So you can find the rate of interest by the same method, that r% you will assume. Let the rate of interest r%, then the interest will be this one. So interest plus principal, that will be equals to 5. So r is 12%, just like the previous questions. Okay, that you can solve. In previous question it was for 2 years, now it is for third year. Principal for the second year, that will be 5600, that is the amount at the end of first year, that will be principal for the second year. So principal for the second year is given, rate of interest is given, and time. So this is 672. So this is the interest for the second year. Now you have to find amount at the end of third year. So this is the interest and this is the principal for the second year. So principal for the third year, or you can say that amount at the end of second year, that will be 5600 plus 612. So this is the amount at the end of second year, and that will be the principal for the third year. So interest is 6272 multiplied by 12 multiplied by 1 divided by 100. So this is the interest for the third year. So this interest will be added to this principal, and that will become the amount at the end of third year. So this is 7024.64. Okay, come to the next question. Next is question number 9. It is told that find the amount and the compound interest on rupees 2000 at 10% per annum for 2.5 years compounded annually. Okay, principal is given, rate of interest is given, and time is given. Principal is 2000, rate of interest 10%, and time 2.5 years. So 2.5 years in this question. 2.5 year means we will do separately in 3 parts: for first year, for second year, and for last 6 months, because 2.5 year, that is given the time. So you have to do in separate 3 parts: for first year, for second year, and for last 6 months. So principal for the first year, that is 2000. Interest will be PRT upon 100. So P is 2000, R is 10, and T is 1. So for first year only, that's why T is 1, and divided by 100. So this is 200. So this interest will be added to this principal, and that will become the amount at the end of first year. So this amount will be the principal for the second year. So interest in for the second year, to 2200 multiplied by 10 multiplied by 1 divided by 100. So this is 220. Amount at the end of second year, this interest will be added to this principal, that will be the amount at the end of second year. So this is the amount at the end of second year, and this will be the principal for the last 6 months. So 2420, this is the amount, this is the principal for the last 6 months. Now interest for the last 6 months, that is 2420 multiplied by 10, that is rate of interest. And here the time is 6 months. 6 months means half years, that's why multiplied by 1 upon 2. Here one thing you can do, if this is given 6 months, so rate of interest you can write 5, and here you can write 1. If you write rate of interest as 5, then here it will be 1. but if you write 10% the rate of interest as same like previous, then you have to write half, because the time is not 1 year now, so we can't write 1 here. 6 months means half year, so you have written half years. So the interest is 121. Clear? So hence the amount at the end of 2.5 years, that will be, this interest will be added to this principal, so that will be the amount at the end of 2.5 years. So 2420 plus 121, so this is 2541. And the compound interest, you have to add all these interest, 200 plus 220 plus 121. So if you add all these interests, then you will get the total interest after 2.5 years. Okay, so this is up to question number 9. So today up to this one we have discussed. From tomorrow we will start in next class, that is from question number 10. Okay, till then revise the concepts and the exercise that I have explained, and see the book. There are so many examples are there, so read the examples properly, that will help you to solve rest of the problems, and it will clear your concepts about compound interest, that is how to calculate compound interest using simple interest formula. Okay, thank you.